Chapter 6: Clues into the Wilderness. As Andrew led the fellowship through the dense rainforest, he held the journal tightly in his grasp, its weathered pages whispering secrets from generations past. With a commanding tone, he began to decipher the cryptic clues left by his great-grandfather, guiding their path through the wilderness. "The first clue," he explained, his voice resolute despite the wilderness around them, "hints at a star that never fades, guiding us through the darkest nights." With determination, they followed the faint glimmer of light filtering through the dense canopy, each step bringing them closer to unlocking the mysteries hidden within the ancient forest. The fellowship pressed on, their spirits buoyed by the promise of adventure and the tantalizing prospect of uncovering untold treasures. As Andrew and the fellowship ventured deeper into the rainforest, they stumbled upon a hidden waterfall, its cascading waters shimmering in the dappled sunlight. The sight took their breath away, the sheer beauty of nature's masterpiece captivating their senses. "Look!" Andrew exclaimed, his voice filled with wonder. "The light dancing off the water creates a shimmering display." They gathered at the edge of the pool, mesmerized by the ethereal spectacle before them. As they marveled at the natural wonder, their gaze was drawn to the rock face beside the waterfall, its surface glistening with an otherworldly glow. Could it be? Andrew mused aloud, his eyes narrowing in speculation. Perhaps this is the clue we've been searching for. As they approached the shimmering rock face, they noticed an uncanny resemblance to a human arm, its outstretched fingers pointing towards the depths of the forest. "It's as if it's pointing us in a specific direction," one of the fellowship members remarked, awe evident in their voice. With renewed determination, they followed the direction indicated by the rock formation, their footsteps guided by the mysterious light and the promise of limitless wealth waiting to be discovered in the heart of the rainforest. As they stood before the shimmering waterfall, Andrew's gaze shifted to his companion Paul, whose attire had drawn curious glances from the rest of the fellowship. Paul's clothing, adorned with intricate patterns and vibrant colors, seemed to evoke the spirit of adventure itself. "Paul, where did you find such remarkable attire?" Andrew inquired, a hint of amusement in his voice. Paul chuckled, adjusting the brim of his fedora hat. "A little souvenir. From our last port of call," he replied with a grin. "I thought it fitting for our expedition into the unknown." The fellowship exchanged knowing glances, impressed by Paul's bold fashion choice. Inspired by his adventurous spirit, they couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement coursing through their veins. "I must say, you look like a true explorer, Paul," one of the crew members remarked, nodding approvingly at the ensemble. With a twinkle in his eye, Paul tipped his hat in acknowledgement, a mischievous grin playing on his lips. "Thank you, my friends. Now shall we continue our quest?" Emboldened by Paul's charismatic presence and the sense of camaraderie that permeated the group, they set off once more, their footsteps echoing through the dense foliage as they followed the guiding light of the shimmering rock face. With each passing moment, they felt more akin to legendary adventurers, their hearts filled with the thrill of the unknown and the promise of grand discoveries awaiting them in the depths of the rainforest. As night began to cast its shadow over the rainforest, the fellowship pressed on, their determination unwavering, despite the encroaching darkness. Hours passed in silent reverence. The only sound was the rhythmic crunch of leaves beneath their boots. Finally, just as the first stars began to twinkle overhead, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. Andrew, his hands trembling with anticipation, opened the journal once more, searching for the next clue. His eyes widened with excitement as he read aloud the words penned by his great-grandfather. "The next clue," he announced, his voice echoing through the stillness of the night, "speaks of a mountain with an opening shaped like the head of a jaguar." The fellowship exchanged eager glances, their hearts pounding with anticipation at the prospect of uncovering yet another piece of the puzzle. But as they prepared to forge ahead, Captain Tony stepped forward, his expression grave. "Friends," he said, his voice tinged with concern, "nightfall is upon us, and the dangers of the forest grow with each passing moment. I suggest we set up camp here for the night." His words were met with murmurs of agreement, the exhaustion of their journey weighing heavily upon them. With practiced efficiency, they erected tents and kindled a fire, the warm glow warding off the encroaching darkness.